Well, hello everybody. It's the wheelchair-bound hound with the crown, Christopher Not Walking. You're listening to the Dirty Nerdy Show. Today, I have a special co-host. ASMR Kitten is here. Everyone, give ASMR Kitten a warm welcome. Keith, I need you to put some applause in the background. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Uh,
Hello.
hey, girl. Oh my God, who do we have today? Because, dude, dude, dude,
Dude,
dude. This is
who who do we have
this
today?
is big time. All right.
This is.
This is big time. This lady has knocked me out so many times. Like, you don't even understand. Like her videos, like I fall asleep in my freaking wheelchair cuz I'll be sitting at my desk, right? And I'll be like listening to like one of her fluffy mic videos cuz she got a bunch of them, right? And then like I'll just like knock out and then
Wake up 6 hours later, covered in drool.
yeah, and it's very sort of like I got a lot of back pain, and that's really what I invited her on to talk about is like why she causing me all this back pain and stuff. But um, but nah, guys, welcome the wonderful, the multifaceted, multi-talented, just amazing little human being, and she is little because I watched one of her videos where she said she's like 5 foot, so she's very small, so she's very little. Um, welcome, Alana ASMR to the show.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. What do you think of that intro? Was it good? Did I nail it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I thought it was pretty sick myself.
Super sick.
So we're just gonna dive right into this ASMR thing. What the hell? You're like a wizard.
I wish I was a wizard. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Like no, like dude, like you were like just like you were like all of like the drugs for like going to sleep. Like you were like Tylenol
Human
PM.
melatonin.
You were like Tylenol PM and like melatonin, like mixed with like the strongest indica. Like
Wow.
I'm just
It's
saying,
quite the compliment.
Yeah.
like
Thank you.
like you were like you should just rename your channel like anesthesiologist ASMR because the shit's gonna knock you out, man. Like I'm not bullshitting you. But yeah, so how did you discover this wonderful world of ASMR?
Oh boy, it was a long time ago, around like 2012, when I was a stressed out university student. And I don't remember exactly how I found like ASMR videos, but somehow I stumbled upon Maria, of course,
Yeah.
and started watching her and remembered the sensation that I used to get when I was little when I would watch like somebody doing like a presentation or teachers or anything like that. And yeah, I got the same like head feeling. I'm like, oh my God, this is something. This is incredible. And yeah, started watching all of the videos and was a huge fan. I would like binge watch ASMR videos and not study or do any of my homework
No
because
way.
it was so amazing. And yeah, I always kind of had it in the back of my mind that I'd be interested in doing it, but yeah, it like wasn't until a certain time in my life when I was like, okay, now it's time. I think I want to give it a go.
What made you make the jump?
It's one of those things when you're just like in one of those dark periods in your life.
Yeah.
So I was in this relationship for about like 5, 6 months and I was ghosted by
Oh.
my boyfriend.
Oh gosh.
So ensues like 2 months of like intense depression, and I like kind of went back to ASMR because I had been busy and I wasn't, like listening to the videos for a while or anything. And I was like, oh, I forgot how amazing this was. Like it really it really helps you.
Hmm.
So trying to find a way to cope with like everything that I was going through at the time, I was like, you know what? I always wanted to try YouTube. I always wanted to try ASMR. And I happened to get a message from somebody who was like, "Oh, I actually got tingles from one of your videos like on my other channel." And he was like, "You should start your own channel." I was like, "Okay, this is the sign."
Yeah.
Like it's the perfect time to do it. So, yeah, and then it happened and now we're here.
They were like, join us.
Yeah.
Come to the dark side of the internet, the weird side of the internet.
Yeah.
Right?
But my question is, okay, well, it's not really. It's a rhetorical question. Who would ghost you? Like, did you date Stevie Wonder? Because there's no way
Oh.
anyone with working eyes would ghost you. Let's just throw it out there.
Oh, there's some people in the world, let me tell you.
Who are trash.
That's very true.
You want me to run them over with my wheelchair, girl? I got you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so that's pretty much the story, and it's funny how long you go on thinking like, oh, I kind of want to start this thing, and it's not until something like that happens, and then you're like, okay,
Yeah,
Kinda
You
get
grow
pushed.
from it.
yeah.
I started listening to ASMR shortly before my aunt passed away. My aunt was a big part of my life. She helped raise me because like when you're disabled and your mom like has like another disabled kid, it's a lot.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I lived with my grandparents and my aunt, and so she practically like helped raise me, and she passed away, like had a massive heart attack like right in front of me, and yeah, and that messed me up. And then I had started watching ASMR a little bit before that, but then that's when I like sort of like leaned into it, and I found people like Caitlin, and who is the OG God, let it be known.
All hail, Caitlin.
My deity status.
But yeah, I think it's so important to mental health in general. The benefit of what ASMR can do for you, and help you through like the worst of times. So I completely relate.
I agree.
Read.
Yeah, Caitlin,
Yes.
this is your chance for your very first question as co-host.
Ooh, so do I don't want to dive in with the really deep question that we already read. Spoiler, we already saw it. But I'll go with the topic and stick with ASMR, and then I think I'll ask that one towards the end. So we have from Michael Baxter 49. What was the funniest slash most interesting reaction you have had to your ASMR videos from friends, family, or coworkers?
I already know the perfect answer to that. Okay, I wasn't actually there, but it was my grandma, and it was my dad telling my grandma about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has, like been really cool and excited and stuff, and he was explaining it to her. I don't know how. You never know how your dad is
Yeah.
explaining something like
Anything.
ASMR, right? And take something like ASMR and get a dad to like
To tell an
Anyway.
elderly person.
right. It's kind of a disaster. So I guess he told her, and all she said was, "Well, I don't know about that."
Oh.
And that's it.
I can feel that grandma sass all the way
Right?
in Boston.
The grandma sass is real. But he came home and he told me that. I laughed so hard. So
Oh my
hard.
gosh, that is so funny.
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
that. I could definitely.
Right? You think about it in like this Texan accent. Or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Yeah, so that was definitely like the most entertaining. Bless her heart.
Aw,
I'll tell you,
that's so sweet.
one of my favorite things in your videos that I've noticed is when you kind of crack yourself up.
I do that all the time.
and you try really hard not to like laugh. Like
Hmm.
in one of your videos, you were doing affirmations, right? And like I think you were like kind of running out of things, right? Because you started quoting Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had
Yeah, sometimes I'll just like, if I have something randomly pop into my head, I'm like, okay, is it gonna get me demonetized? No, let's stick it right in
Yeah, is
there.
it gonna trigger someone? Possibly.
uh,
she just started like quoting Frozen, and it made me because here I am, I'm like dead sleepy, right? Like she's like doing like all of like god level like mic stuff, right? And then the next thing I know, I'm like half asleep, and then I'm hearing just let it go, let it go, let it go, and I'm like, she said what now? I'm
I like to keep you guys on your toes.
Yeah, Chris opens like one eye and he's like, huh? Is she saying
Like,
Frozen?
are you making it to the end of my video so I can get the watch time? Let's see who's paying attention.
I was like what? And it was so great. It was funny. Yeah. How
I'm glad
important
you noticed.
how important is that to you to like inject a little bit of humor into?
Um, for me, it's very important. I don't know. It's kind of just when I started, it wasn't really there, and it just has kind of like infused itself into my videos. And yeah, I don't know. I think like from the ASM artists that I've watched, I always enjoyed that because I'm more of a like active, like I would listen to ASMR while I was studying,
Yeah.
but not trying to fall asleep because I'm like, by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I don't need help falling asleep. So I'm like one of those people. So I like when there's humor in it because I'm not trying to sleep. So I can give people a good laugh at the same time. If I'm actually funny, sometimes I'm like, I'm probably the only person that thinks it's funny. But hey,
That's
if
like
there's
me
one
with this
person,
show.
right? Right. If there's one person out there that thinks it's funny, even if it's yourself, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Um.
Laugh at yourself.
Yeah, it is. So, um, let's roll back a little bit, if we will. Well, I'm rolling. You
Mhm.
guys can like step back if you want to. I don't.
I'm in a swivel chair, so I can roll too.
Yeah, but my chair has like ultra padding and is amazing and was molded from my butt. So
Wow.
I win.
That
Yeah.
where your obsession with butts came from?
Uh, no. My
It
obsession with
came from being a man.
no. You know what
True.
it is? We're on Dirty Nerdy. I can tell this, right? Okay. So when you're sitting down all the time, right? What is the thing that's like in direct view, right?
Yeah.
It's in my face all the time. I can't help it, right?
Mhm.
So that's the thing. But to roll back and get into that whole thing that I was trying to dive into.
Segue too.
I was trying to segue, and then I fell off the segue because my legs don't work. Um,
Oh my god.
so
You broke us. You broke both of us.
that's okay. You know what else is broke?
Don't say it.
My back. My back is it's definitely broke. I'll tell you the Still Rod story later, by the way, because it's a
Oh,
story that
this
I've
comes up
never
every
told.
dirty.
I've never told this story on air, and I will tell you this, but I wanted to get to my question first. Um, you're making that first video, right? You've committed to doing this. You're in it now. There's no turning back. What's that like? What's that feeling of like making that first video? You're like, are you a bundle of nerves? Like what's going on in your head?
I was excited. For me, I never expected anybody to watch.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to think of like the things that I used to like watching, some of my favorites. And I might just throw it all in a video and just kind of, have a little fun, see what this like ASM artist stuff is all about and what it feels like. And yeah, it was just like late at night one night, and I was just like, okay, cool, let's do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool.
Do you remember
But yeah,
do you remember the initial response?
oh my gosh, I don't. I have the worst case of mom brain. I can barely remember anything. But I think it was positive. I think.
Yeah, people are very accepting in the ASMR community, so I'm sure that like your mom brain is like correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not until you hit the 5 to 10,000 mark is when you really get all the haters coming at you.
Yeah, you get the trolls, you get
Yeah.
the weirdos of the internet.
Yeah. I bet you guys get so many weirdos though.
Oh,
Ugh.
you have no idea.
Yeah, weekly emails. Emails. That's the weirdest one. Why send somebody an email? Like I specifically say for business purposes. Just because you know I'm
Right.
checking it doesn't mean you could send me like inappropriate things.
Ew. On a business email?
Yeah, like I attach it in my Instagram bio and like my Twitter bio. If you want to collab or you want to like, whatever, and then get all the weird things in there.
I never hit you on the business email. I should have though.
It's okay. I'll
No.
forgive you. We're
You know-
friends now.
You know how I got Caitlin on the show? I was essentially
He was peer pressured.
I was pressured. Famcam, aka Keith, aka the best editor on the planet, aka one of the top ASM artists in the world. Shout out Keith.
He bullied Keith.
Keith.
I mean, he bullied Chris. Keith bullied Chris. Damn it! Now he's gonna make fun of me for fucking up.
No, so I was very nervous because like ASMR Kitten was like ASMR Kitten, right? That's freaking like that's big time like baller stuff to me, right? Even if she does like to take like 8-year hiatuses every now and then.
Sorry, I'm Houdini. I gotta go. Bye.
But no, she was one of the very first people I ever watched. I remember like the specific group of artists that I watched back then, and it was her, Lilium, and like Heather Feather, and yeah. So I was very nervous approaching her, and I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, fucking, I'm not fucking doing that. You lost your mind, dude. Not happening. And he's like, well, if you don't, I will. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know what he's gonna say, so I better go hit her up. So I was like, hi, I'm about to jump into your DM, and then I did. And then, yeah. Then the rest was history. And then I found out that she's one of the coolest people on the planet, and now we're like super bros, but not hammer bros because that's Keith's thing. And he's gonna hate me for that.
He's gonna not like that one.
He's gonna hate me for that.
Have you ever played Mario?
Mm-hmm.
So Keith hates Hammer Bros because they're in Mario and they're just the worst enemy to deal with.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't like this. Fuck! Miracle! A miracle! A miracle! A hammer bro killed him! A miracle in God! Can you believe it? I got confetti, I throw it in the air and all that. I don't have any confetti, I'm happy for him. He died. He died. I do believe in fairies. Do you believe?
So we troll him.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's what good friends are for.
Exactly.
Yeah, he loves the Hammer Bros so much. Let it be known. I'm saying all this shit right now, and he's gonna like add like every embarrassing clip of me, like on the internet, just in the middle of the video now.
Well, next time you interview me, I'm just going to use my whole interview to talk about how amazing you are and how great your music is and how hot Griff is, damn it.
That's weird, bro. She's like my sister. That's
Whatever. That girl is hot. You guys can't see her, but she's hot.
I am blushing.
I am uncomfortable.
I'm sorry. You just have a hot sister. I don't know what to tell you. I can't help it.
I am so uncomfortable.
No, I'm sorry.
Like I fucked up. So you wear many hats, right?
Yes.
How did you get into the modeling gig? Like, how did that come about?
Well, that was completely random. When I was younger, I feel like everything starts out like that. When I was younger, I'm one of those people who always wants to do things people tell me I can't do.
Yeah.
Really stubborn in a good way. And I was always told that because I am so tiny, I could never model. And I loved watching like America's Next Top Model and stuff. So naturally, I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way. I got to do it just to like prove that I can do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just, found a local agency, and certain agencies have a specific like subset of talent that is only local. So their requirements for your size are not so extreme. So you don't have to be like 5'11" of a female to be a model. So yeah, that's how I did that, and I tried it out for a bit, and it was cool.
Yeah, I have quite a few friends that are models and stuff, and a lot of them are like not like very tall people. I think I think the height thing mainly comes in when it's like when you're like looking for like runway work.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
The only other thing, like photography modeling, is if you are too short, anything that you're wearing on your upper half or even a dress, the waist will hit too low and it looks funny. That was always my problem.
Aw.
But yeah, there's always a way.
Short people problems with Alana. So, Caitlin, do you have another question? You don't have to read all of our fan questions. We can save those for the end.
No, it's actually funny that you say that because my phone vibrated a few minutes ago. Put this thing on silent, but it was a question that was coming in. So someone asked one while we started recording.
Oh.
So this is from Jordan ASMR. Jordan, you're a little late to the party, but you squeaked on through.
We're going to let
Question. What is the true meaning of life? Deep, I know.
Oh, so deep. Jordan. Wow, that's amazing. The first thing that came to my mind is learning to learning to butts. You heard it here first. Okay, composure. I'm so mature. Butts can just, send me off. The meaning of life is just to learn to be yourself. I feel like that's one of the hardest things, in just accepting yourself.
I agree.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
And it's too simplified. It's just like people say, oh, well, just accept yourself. Well, I feel like, you with age and experiences, you kind of come to a place where it's easier, but really you go through your whole life just learning how to do that. So
yeah, or learning how to stand out, or in my case, just learning how to stand.
Yeah.
I just face palmed a little bit. I have my glasses on, so I can't do a full face palm, but
don't break them.
But no, no, seriously, learning how to stand out is something I had to do because I remember being a kid going into school, and I didn't know that I was different because I was never raised as different. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure you probably know what I mean by this, Alana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I was never raised as like different. I just knew that I didn't walk and other people did. Like that was like the extent that I knew. But then I went to school, right? And like it was made very clear to me that I was different. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be different. That's fine. But I'm gonna make everyone laugh. And I'm gonna be like the loudest, like most like brash personality that I can be to sort of like show my personality off in a way that people don't necessarily think of the disability. But I'm also gonna put that on Front Street because I'm not scared of it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. So, um, you're going through the ASMR world. By the way, do you like how I'm doing this back and forth? I like this. I like this. Uh, going back and then this and then that. I like.
Oh, you actually?
like it.
I thought you meant physically. I'm like, you're a little too literal here.
Oh no, I'm very still right now. Uh, I like I don't have the ability to run away. So you're going into this ASMR thing, right? You're in it. You're doing the things, and you're starting to grow. What's that feeling like when it's like, oh my god, people are like watching? And do you ever feel like a sense of responsibility or like I don't know, like do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, the first thing that I felt was shock. It's like I said, I didn't expect anybody to watch. Um, it was shock, then excitement, and feeling proud, and then feeling overwhelmed,
Mhm.
and a little bit of anxiety, and yeah, just learning how to deal with it all. It's a lot, which I don't think people realize.
Mhm.
There's a big emotional component to it, especially when you're doing ASMR. So you really have to learn the responsibility you have to other people and the people that are watching your videos. So, yeah, that was part of the overwhelming part, was just learning how to handle everybody coming at you, and people, they want what they want and you want to make what you want to make. And it's being true to yourself while handling all that and taking care of yourself also, because you're kind of taking care of all of these subscribers while trying to balance that with everything else. So,
Yeah, there's a huge like responsibility portion that like I personally like feel. Like I feel like I'm responsible for some of these people even though I don't know them
yeah,
personally.
exactly. That's so true.
yeah, I'm not responsible for nobody though. I make butt jokes. So like I feel like my gig is not that serious.
Well, Chris, I feel personally responsible for you because you do watch my videos. So how
Oh,
does
yeah,
that
you
make
watch
you
mine
feel?
too. We're both responsible for you. You're very taken care of.
No, you don't have to be responsible for me. I'm a grown ass man. I can do bad things all on my own. But yeah. So I was going through the tweets, the Twitter, and the stuff, and I noticed that you really like conspiracy. And since we are in Spooptober, I think it's only right that we touch on some of your favorite conspiracy theories.
Okay, I need to think of the two top ones.
Also, while you're thinking of that, I would like to point out, you guys, have you ever been to her gaming channel? Because, and this is very important, if you go and look at her header on her gaming channel, there is a triangle right there, and
Which confirms what exactly, Chris?
it just confirms that she's in the Illuminati. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I will tell you guys something that is very top secret. I was in a relationship with a Freemason before.
And it all makes sense.
Yep.
Chris just fell back out of his wheelchair.
I've also been accused of being a lizard person on my channel. So ever since then, I've been playing up my Slytherin Harry Potter house just to add a little bit of extra snakiness or lizardiness to it, if you will.
You should absolutely do a lizard person ASMR Halloween video.
That would be amazing.
Do it. Oh my god, that would be so great.
I think this is the best idea. And just you could like just read conspiracies the whole time.
And then do like the hand symbols that they do and all that. Oh, I just got chills. This would be so cool.
And then
You're doing
it. Do like an effect at the end where like your eyes like change like a different color.
Yes. Yes.
You're doing this now. You have to. You're committed.
It's in there now. It's
Whole month. I gotta get ready.
it's in there. Yeah. What are some of your favorites? Because I have my favorites. Now I'm one of those people that's a skeptic, but I still enjoy like
reading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Okay, the first, they're all kind of groups, kind of themes of the conspiracy theories. The first are the, I can't remember what it's called now. What are those conspiracy theories when, like the Berenstain Bears thing?
The
What is that?
Mandela effect.
Yeah, Mandela effects. I love those.
Those are interesting.
They are. The other group is all of the symbology in music videos. I really like all that kind of stuff.
So
And
how do you feel about Poppy?
I think she's really interesting. You mean the whole conspiracy theory that she's like, what was that again? That she's like created to.
Yeah, like she's like a cult leader and all that.
Yeah. I like that one. I think that she puts on the act really well.
Yeah.
She's very entertaining. She can switch really quickly and really disturbing also.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. Like she's unsettling, but she's also very calming. Like I feel like she would be very good at ASMR.
She probably would.
I feel like there is Poppy ASMR out there. I might be incorrect on that. It might be like fan-made stuff, but I feel like there's something out there of her doing ASMR.
There's gotta be.
Like every one of like she did this video where she like read the Bible, and it was obviously done ironically, but I fell asleep. Like I was like, wow. But yeah, what are some of your other favorites?
Oh, off the top of my head, I don't even know. There's so many. I mean, of course, anything to do with aliens.
What did you think of the Area 51 raid?
I thought it was, can I say disappointing?
Yeah.
I was planning an alien party with my closest friends, and it just kind of turned into something else because the whole thing became a little underwhelming.
Well, I mean, it's a top secret secured facility. Well, it's not top secret anymore, but like it's a government installation. Like nobody was getting in there. Like But I love that place.
Yeah. There was like a meme that came up right after the raid, and everyone was like, "So can every September 20th we just go to some country and just hang out at like a kind of like cool spot in that country? Because it'd be really fun." And I think that is just probably the best thing to come out of the Area 51 raid is just like a giant party in front of a building.
Very true. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Let's party in front of buildings and stuff. But yeah, my favorite thing of this whole like Area 51 thing is like what do they what do they expect to find? Like did they expect to find like a cone head like coming out doing like
Conrad.
and just saying
Yeah.
like cone head things?
That was a good movie.
Oh, I have bad memories of that movie. Oh.
Why?
Um, there was a gentleman that I met. He was a waiter in a restaurant, and I gave him my phone number. And I ended up flying out to see him on that a couple months later because he lived on the West Coast, and I was on vacation when I met him. And he had that movie on when I slept over, and it was on like repeat or something. And I think I slept like a grand total of like a half hour because that movie was so loud. So it's like almost like a nightmare, like fever dream at this point because I can't remember anything of like what happened and why I didn't turn off the TV, but it just really gets to me. So you saying Conehead, I'm like, ugh, gross.
What about Mork from Mork and Mindy? What if he came out?
What if I told you I think I don't know that reference?
You don't know what Mork is?
I don't think so.
Young.
I was sheltered.
Okay, so you ever heard of the show Happy Days?
Yes.
All right. So there was a spin-off of Happy Days called Mork and Mindy, right?
Well,
And
I'm gonna look it
Mork
up.
was played by Robin Williams, and he was an alien, and he would do all sorts of like weird things, and yeah, it's an old show. It lasted like 2 seasons, but it was really funny.
I just looked it up. It's actually kind of cute. Like it totally has that like weird late 70s, like early 80s vibe.
Yeah, definitely. So Miss Alana, what are some of your favorite like genres in the ASMR world?
That is a very good question. Um, I don't listen to videos as much as I used to just because I'm super busy. But I've always loved trigger videos, and the most effective ones for me that I always liked were crinkles,
Mm.
tapping, and one that I discovered recently. I think his channel is Tom ASMR or ASMR Tom, and he does the ASMR in the streets and stuff like that. And like, I had tingle immunity for the longest time. And I was watching a few of his videos and I got tingles like I hadn't for so long. I was like, what? Like, he's not even in a quiet place. Like, none of it made sense to me that it was that effective for me, but that became one of my new favorites. It's just like completely natural, like out in the environment ASMR.
Mm.
Yeah.
That makes me like wonder because I know I watched your Q&A video and you were talking about your first time experiencing ASMR and it was in like a school setting.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was the same as mine. Like my first experience of getting ASMR was from like a teacher. So it almost makes me wonder if like you almost go back to like your like primal instincts and like your body like can almost like recognize that
I
you felt this
wonder.
way before.
It's like a reset.
Yeah, that's kind of how I
Wow.
feel like it is.
That makes a lot of sense. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I hope that's like I wish there was more science behind ASMR,
Me
honestly,
too.
but I
I
feel like yeah.
I have theories about it, right? Like I feel like there's a reason that women in ASMR are more popular, you know. Aside from like thirst traps and stuff, which people do. And I got no problem with that. Like fucking I'm all about that. You know what I mean? But like, I feel like there is at least some sort of like biological thing that happens that almost like this this like mom
Like maternal kind of instincts.
yeah like that
Yeah.
thing sort of like happens and it just like will knock you out.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It feels that way too.
And I also think that people that are like naturally sort of like maternal are very good at ASMR. Not even strictly speaking of just like women, because there are a lot of really good dudes that are like really good at it. Like Matt, for instance,
Yeah.
articulate design. Um,
Mhm.
I I I don't know. I just think that there's something there, and yeah, and I went to see like CT scans and like MRIs of like brains while that they were like listening to ASMR.
I would so participate in that study. Oh my gosh.
Me too. That would
I
be
wouldn't do it
amazing.
normally, but if I could listen to ASMR and have research about it, then I would so get in a machine like that.
What, you're scared of the
That would
MRI
be
machine?
I've never had an MRI or a CAT scan or anything, so
Oh, let me walk you through that, okay?
Oh.
Because I've had plenty. So there's this little tube thing, right? All right, and especially on like CT scan, because I don't really have MRIs anymore because I have a defibrillator implant. Um, but for CT scans, they put you in this little tube, right? And it sort of like it like has like these like motors in it, so it like you like slide back and forth, right?
Mhm.
And so what you do is you lay down, and then there's this little light, right? Little light, and it's a smiley face, which is fucking creepy, right? And then the smiley face is there, and when the smiley face is lit up, that means you can breathe. But when the smiley face turns into like a big like it's like a hold your breath thing, and then you're meant to like hold your breath, right? And then there's always somebody on like a loudspeaker thing, and you go into the machine, and then they're like, hold your breath, and then they're like, and now you can breathe, and then it's
Ugh,
like, and hold your breath, and this goes on for like 5 minutes, like.
that would stress me out. Yeah, I don't know.
Me too.
I think I could do like I said if that was an ASMR study, but I don't think that other one.
There are some that are really long though, and I fall asleep in them motherfuckers like all the time.
Hmm.
Like, and sometimes they make you they'll put an IV in you, and then like they'll shoot like dyes and stuff into your veins, and you can taste like metal in your mouth, and it's really weird.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's cripple stuff though. So we have some questions from the fans, don't we? And I think that
Yes.
it is appropriate that you read some of these questions. Let's blow through these things and destroy it, smash it, kill it, all of those things.
All right.
That was very destructive. I don't know why I described it like that.
Do you have some things you want to work through with us?
No.
We're all ears.
You're in good hands.
I know. I mean, I'm in here with like two of the best on the planet.
Oh, shucks. All right. So from Relaxing Mister, we have a very simple yet could be controversial question: cheesecake or carrot cake?
Ooh. I have to go with cheesecake.
I agree.
Yes.
I completely agree.
But what kind of cheesecake?
Ooh. I like a good marble.
Yes.
Yes.
See, Chris is from the South, so I feel like he's gonna like cherry pie, raspberry jam, crusted crumble that like Granny used to make. with like
Mm.
the peaches from her backyard kind of thing.
Right.
I like chocolate cheesecake.
Chocolate's also good. No, I like the one with like the cinnamon in it, man.
Oh, what is that?
It's like it's got cinnamon in the crust, and it's like
Ooh,
so good.
that sounds good.
Yeah,
Is this something that we don't have in Canada?
probably not. We have a lot of
Yeah, that sounds very American, having
It does.
freaking like cinnamon, possibly cinnamon sugar in a crust of a cheese.
We have a lot of amazing things here in the South, like cookout, for example.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Canada has poutine, and I have never had good poutine in the States, and I have had very good poutine in Canada.
Oh yeah, you gotta come up here for that poutine.
And maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh. Man, I'm getting hungry.
Can we like at least come up with like a different name for it, because it sounds like okay, and I have the mind of a 12-year-old, so like
I know.
I know. It's, yeah.
It's poutine. Like Putin, it's a French word that I don't know what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
so the Russians made it.
Chris.
Oh, I get I was so late to that one. Oh my god.
I honestly thought of it when you said the correct pronunciation of it, but I was like, oh, that's funny. It's spelled differently though, and then Chris made the joke.
Oh no. That's pretty sad.
Ugh.
That was like a whole 10 seconds. Yeah, I have no idea what it translates to, but
When you order it, do you have to say for Mother Russia?
Ugh.
I actually
When you
have
order,
made
when you order it, does it interfere with the elections of other
The United States election
Oh gosh.
from a whole nother country.
Does your poutine have the ability to make journalists disappear?
No, unfortunately it does not, but I wish that it did.
It might give them some diabetes and health issues, which eventually will lead to disappearing, but
Very true.
all right.
It's
So
hilarious.
we did touch on this a little bit. So FamCam ASMR, also known as Keith, who is editing this episode. Hello.
Hi, Keith.
Hey.
Keith,
He wrote,
Do we have a clip of Caitlin being an absolute weirdo? Can you place that in there, like right now? Thank you.
Watch her win that level with that controller. I'm gonna win this level with this controller. I ain't giving up. Unless it's like really hard, then I might give up. Oh my gosh, look at this. You saw nothing. And then you can officiate weddings. I think that would be really fun. Like, you could brand it, like, Cripple Christ. Cripple Christ or something like that. And then you...
Cripple Christ ceremonies?
Yeah, Cripple Christ ceremonies. And then you're in the South. People will be like, oh, Lord, thank you for blessing us with this cripple. I mean, what do I call you, sir?
I don't think they're that PC.
You don't think they're that PC? I think that'd be a fun side gig. Then you get to go to weddings all the time.
thank you, Keith. I love that clip. I look so weird. Thank you. So his question is, here's a boring, unoriginal AF question. What are your favorite and least favorite triggers and why?
Ooh. Okay. So this might be slightly controversial.
Ooh.
Depends who you are. But I wouldn't say triggers per se, because I really like all triggers. But I don't like filming role plays.
I get that. I do. Actually, when I was on your channel, I did notice that you have very few, which, like, I get that.
I like not having to think.
Me too.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you want it to be natural and like a role.
Yeah.
very scripted, or you have to like if you're going to improvise, like you have to just be like 10 steps ahead, and that's difficult.
And there are definitely those people out there who are great at improv and do amazing role plays. I am a planner, and I don't think that comes as easy to me. So I like sitting down in front of a mic and scratching my nails on it and making weird references. That seems pretty natural to me, so I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes sense to me. Like I completely agree with you. I like role plays, but filming them it's a difficult challenge, and it's absolutely like a whole nother mountain to climb.
It is. It's really hard.
Yeah.
I despise medical role plays.
Really?
It's true. And
We're getting into the tea now.
Yeah. I just filmed one, and I like messaged Chris, and I was like, how many HIPAA laws?
So I watched it and I was like, girl, you broke like 30 laws. And she's like, name them.
I want an itemized list of all the laws I broke, and I want them all like referred to their actual like law like number and everything. I don't know shit about the law. I know someone who does.
The first one is the attire. You aren't wearing scrubs. That's never allowed when you're handling needles and stuff.
I don't own scrubs.
There was like one time I used like a kids play set of like doctor stuff, and somebody was like made a like stupid joke about budget or something. I was like, I'm playing pretend. I mean, if you want to donate that kind of stuff to me, sure, because I sure as hell don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
But it's like, just there's so many things that go into it. It is wild.
Yeah. One single role play can be very like expensive. So yeah.
Very.
I agree. I get that.
Yeah, because you gotta like buy the props and the costume, and then you gotta set up the green screen, and then you gotta make sure that the thing that you're using is like not gonna get you like copyright strikes.
Whenever people request role plays, because I do custom videos on the side, I do it in front of a wall wearing whatever I'm wearing. I'm like, this is as far as this goes.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. So we are down to our last viewer Twitter question. And this was the question that we sent to you already. This was by Matt, Articulate.
It's about butts, right?
It's not about butts, which surprise.
Oh, okay. Well,
sorry to disappoint. Matt wrote, you've shared a little bit about the correct diagnosis of your son. How much of a relief was that? And I hope you remind yourself just how amazing you are as a mother to have fought so hard the entire time. Many would have resigned to accepting whatever diagnosis they received.
Oh, Matt.
I know. It made me a puddle reading it.
Matt, if you're listening, you're amazing. Okay, I feel like I need to preface this for anybody who doesn't know. So I have a son, and he's on the autism spectrum. But yeah, so it was really a struggle getting a diagnosis for him. He was very young, and I had a lot of doctors that told me that he was too young to diagnose, but yet there were very, very clear signs that that's what he had. And it's shown in evidence and research that the earlier you get intervention, the better the outcomes will be, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was a huge relief to finally find somebody that was willing to diagnose him. I was just like so happy because it was that turning point where you're like, okay, like we have the answer and now we can move forward and do everything we need to do to get him prepared for school and everything else that he's going to need in life.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I said, I'm stubborn, so I had to keep going, and I don't take no for an answer when I know something has to be done.
Yeah.
You got to stand up for your kids. So.
Oh, absolutely, because they can't necessarily fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I this wasn't planned, but what is your favorite autism charity?
I'm not actually familiar with like a lot besides Autism Speaks, which I know some people like I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah.
I hear so many different things that the only ones that I really become really involved with are very local. And like I'm directly involved in, like I know people there. So, yeah, on a national level, we don't really have that many in Canada that I can think of beyond that. But
Well, this video goes up next week, right? So in between now and then, let me know, and I will let Keith know. And we'll flash a link, and we'll put it in the description.
oh, okay.
And people can go and donate to autism research. And speaking of the charities, you guys, you see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? Fucking professional. God damn, I'm so good. So October, right? Spina bifida awareness month, right, guys? See, here's the thing. I am a cripple, and here's why. I was born with something called myelomeningocele spina bifida. Now, all throughout October, we're gonna be doing things to make the lives of people, mainly like adults and like kids and whatever. I think that's the only two things when it comes to people. But anyways, we want to make lives better, and there will be a link to the Spina Bifida Association down below, and you can donate if you want to. Also, we have artists that will be doing live streams. We have artists like on Twitch. We have artists that will do videos with links to the Spina Bifida Association all throughout the month of October, and it's really rad, and I really appreciate everything that everyone is doing right now. Yeah, it really does mean a lot to me. But we're getting mushy, so here, let's talk about the new merch. I feel like the new merch is complete fire, and here is a commercial for the merch that you guys should check out right now and then buy something because I'm broke and I need money. Thank you. Oh my god, you guys, wasn't that commercial like the dopest commercial ever?
I loved it.
It was amazing.
It was so good. Freaking wow. Like, what? So good. But yeah, we even got the new stuff out. We got the new black shirts and the new black designs and the new black tank tops and everything, and the pillows and the mugs, and here's an example, you guys. Yeah, do that, please. It would help me greatly. Yeah, we did the plugs. Anybody else got anything they want to plug?
No?
No, we're good.
There's no plugs. All right. So here's another plug. ASMR Kitten over here.
That's me.
She has a Twitch, and you guys have seen clips from her Twitch. Keith, do we have a clip?
Son of a bitch. Princess Peach, give me your good fucking mush. You know, she could have been more fucking helpful. She's a princess for all. We don't talk about Hammer Bros on this channel. It's triggering.
Did something happen with Hammer Bros? Mario Maker?
Keith and I both agree. Fuck the Hammer Bros.
Thank you. So if you you want more stuff like that, make sure that you follow her on Twitch at Miss Caitlin. Twitch.tv
Yes.
// Miss Caitlin.
Any country.
Link will be down below as well. Alana over here is the dopest ever and super good at the mic scratching and the fluffy mics, which is my personal favorite. Like, oh my god. What are some of the plans for the future of your channel that you've got going on?
Man, I'm just trying to keep up with consistency at this point and change it up once in a while and just keep it going.
Consistently awesome. So,
Thank you.
nah, like for real. Okay, so like back to back, right? All right. I'll give you like a little like preview of what my night was like the other night. I have kidney disease, right? It's like mid late stages, so like I get sick very easily. And so because of that, like what happens a lot of the time is my heart will go crazy, and then it's like, oh no, I'm dead. So I get all like nervous and stuff, and then I put on the fluffy video that you did with the affirmations, and then it was like all the tightness in my chest just like went away, and
Aw.
then I put on like the scalp massage video. By the way, that scalp massage video you did, the realistic one,
Mhm.
easily, and I'm not shitting you, and I'm saying this in front of the OG God. So, easily the best scalp massage video I have ever seen in my life.
What?
Dead ass. Like, for real.
Wow.
Like, I don't know what... I think you probably just used the fluffy mic for that entire video, but, like...
Want to know what I did? Should I reveal my secret?
Yes.
Spill
Okay,
it.
top secret. I used 2 different mics. So I recorded me whispering separately, and I recorded a wig with a ponytail over the mic in another audio file, and I tried to like line up the movements in both of the audio files so that it looked like it was all happening at once.
That is dedication. I love that.
That is wizardry.
If you pay attention, you might be able to find a few parts where my hand movements don't line up with the actual sounds.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's my secret.
My eyes was closed the whole time, so like I didn't even notice. But yeah, you're super good at it, and that's like my favorite like scalp massage. The one that says realistic scalp massage, is my favorite like scalp massage video that I have ever like seen in ASMR.
I had.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, by the way. Where can the people find you on the social media? Why did I forget the word social media? What the fuck?
On the internet.
Yeah.
On the internet. Of course, my YouTube channel. My Instagram changed recently. You can find me on Instagram at alanamarie.yt. ALANAMARIE.YT. Wow, that's a mouthful. And then on Twitter as Alana ASMR.
Your Instagram, I feel... Okay, maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe I'm going a little crazy. But I feel like it used to have more things.
It did. I switched my accounts. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. And nobody really notices because, well, like I said before, I didn't expect anybody to start watching me. And eventually I realized how complicated it was to have a public Instagram, which I would use for YouTube, as well as no personal Instagram.
Yeah.
It really makes things hard and also not private and not safe in some cases. So I basically made everybody unfollow me because you're able to do that now. And then I redirected everybody. I was like, hey, I got a new one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, like, when I say I just like, when I am stubborn and I want to do something and I just do it, that was like one of those things. I was like, oh, I'm kicking out all 1,000 of my subscribers right now. And I did, and it happened. Love you, though, still.
Because I was like, wait a minute. She had like, there was more here. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it happened. Yeah.
But no, it was cool. And then I was like, oh, she's wearing a NASA shirt. Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind.
Oh no, no, you definitely are not.
Because I was like, I thought there was something else here. And then there wasn't. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh my god, you're amazing. Caitlin, where can the people find you?
You can find me all on the internet except for Twitch. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at ASMRKitten. And then Twitch, you can find me at twitch.tv/Miss Caitlin, CAITLIN.
Yeah. And links will be down below as always. Guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for being the first guest on Spina Bifida Awareness Month. It really does mean a lot to me.
Of course.
Especially, you know, considering like everything, and I felt that you were the appropriate guest for this. Yeah, and
that warms my heart.
And yeah, it really does mean a lot to me. So guys, here's what's gonna happen, right? Here's the thing that's gonna go down, okay? You're going to go over to Alana's channel, right? You're gonna be like, I'm on her channel. And then you're gonna hit the like button. I mean, not the like button. You're gonna hit the subscribe button, right? You hit that button. And then you're like, well, what do I do then? I don't know what to do next. You gotta hit that bell because you want to know exactly when she uploads. But not like in like a creepy way where like you have to like be first, Richard. But like uh, in a way where you want to know what she's making and stuff. So do that. Hit the subscribe and the bell, and tell her that Chris Not Walking and ASMR Kitten from the Dirty Nerdy Show sent you, and let her know that that yeah, that we sent you over there to like stuff. And be nice in her comments. Don't be fucking weird. We'll
Yeah,
find
we
out.
don't like weirdos.
Yeah. So after that, right? After you've done that, all right, then you have to go over here to the ASMR Kitten, right? And you're like, oh my god, this is the OG god over here, the freaking queen, the freaking boss lady, the the last one standing, because Maria's not around that much anymore. Heather Feather's not around that much anymore. ASMR Kitten is by default the queen.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Thank you.
A lot of responsibility there now.
Yeah, geez. I just felt my shoulders get real heavy.
So, go show the queen some loves. And hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Go like her new video with the, well, she probably has another video out by now, but like
don't say that. I just moved, Chris. Don't say that.
Okay, there's a video on there. May or may not be new.
Oh my gosh.
It might be there, it might not, we don't know. But if there is, definitely go in there, drop a comment, tell her that TDNS sent you, tell her that she is the OG Queen God, and yeah, show her some respect. But with that in mind, guys, thank you so much for coming on today and helping me do this little show that I do. I always get my mind blown anytime someone says yes to coming on here because I'm just a little like crippled guy who just likes to talk to people. So it's really cool that people actually come on and engage with me and talk about things. It's fun and come in and joke and talk about serious things at the same time. I really do appreciate it. Guys, you did those things. You liked, you subscribed to Alana. You subscribed to ASMR Kitten. What's left to do? Well, you gotta subscribe to the Dirty Nerdy Show if you're coming from over there. Coming from one of them, you gotta come over here and hit the subscribe button, right? And then you hit that bell because you want to know when we do things, right?
If you guys are not subscribed to the Dirty Nerdy Show, you gotta. It's the law.
And yeah. And if you want the merch will link will be down below. Yeah, I really get a kick out of when people, wear my merch or like show off like a mug or something. Like it makes my day. Shout out to Watermelon Girl, by the way, who was recently at TwitchCon, and she was repping TDNS merch while at the con. She's a streamer, and so she was like repping the brand at the con, and it meant so much to me. So shout out to you, Jania. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. Any final thoughts?
Thank you so much for having me on. It was great. It was fun. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I really like. I did so much homework on this one. I really like you scared this shit out of me a little bit. Like not gonna
Be
lie.
scared. Don't be scared.
Well, no, I feel like when it's somebody that you watch a lot, I don't want to say watch a lot because it gives like creepy connotations. And like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I know.
But like when I can't sleep, like your fluffy stuff is one of the things that I go to. Like it's in my go to. It's in like the break glass in case of emergency. Like that's like going to like one of your videos. And yeah, so it was a big deal for me, and I'm really glad that you came. And Caitlin, you're the best as always. I freaking adore you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I look forward to doing more things with Caitlin in the future.
Yee.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up really awkwardly, and you guys are gonna help me out with that, okay?
Just deal with it.
Okay.
So, yeah. You guys want to end on an awkward pause?
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
So, I like butts.